Natural disasters almost always affect the poorest people among us the worst ways. Lots of affluent folks were inconvenienced by this storm, but many poor folks have lost absolutely everything. For the past 10 days or so, we've been one of the primary hubs for Occupy Sandy. We've partnered with them to bring relief to our neighbors. People without power in our area is still in the tens of thousands. Many of those are high-rise buildings where there are elderly folks living. They have no elevators, and there's still flooding in a lot of these places. I had lots of friends in the movement. I thought a lot of their aims and ideals and their concerns lined up very closely with the concerns of most faith communities. Justice for the poorest among us, fairness and equality. When I heard that folks were already beginning to respond, I said, I have a big church in Brooklyn. Would it be useful if we open it up and use that as a hub? And the answer was yes. So the next day we started working in this way. This church is serving primarily as an intake point for new volunteers and donations, and then a distribution hub. So we send things out then to the areas that are in the most immediate need. So things come in, are unpacked, and then repackaged, and we send only what's needed to the areas where it's needed. The kitchen is running full speed, and we're doing between 5,000 and 10,000 hot meals a day, which go out. They have to get out of here before 3 o'clock because nothing can get into many of these affected areas after dark. The donations that we have here, many of them come in from the local community, people walking down the block with shopping bags, but the vast majority of them have come through our Amazon registry. We set up basically a bridal registry on Amazon for things that people need. People from anywhere can order them, and then UPS delivers them here. It operates very quickly. We had a need for generators. We put them on the registry, and within 3 days we had them here in the building ready to go out. Over $1 million worth of things have been purchased through the registry already, so that's quite an amazing response very quickly. We've had over 20,000 volunteers come through and be trained in 10 days. We have a few hundred people a day knocking on doors and asking people, what do you need? Feeding that back to this church and then making sure that we get it to them as quickly as possible. The volunteers here represent the community very broadly, people from faith traditions, people from no faith tradition. And it's not just New Yorkers or Brooklynites. We've had people from all over the country and the world. I was working with somebody who was here from Barcelona. We had kids in hairnets and rubber gloves making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Many of their grandparents were helping to sort things and get them back out. This is humanity at its best. This is a community really coming together to help the people who need help in really practical ways. Nobody's complaining. Everybody's here because they see a need and they want to do everything they can to fill it. It's nice when our mission is so clear that it's right in front of us.